20 minutes for everybody out there. So I'm going to grab the next couple, start this YouTube stream back up again. Sorry, we had a small drop. If you guys are watching over here on YouTube, very sorry, had a little internet dropout, but we are back. Friendly reminder, if you want to join the Discord for a roster review, just simply click the link in the description to do so, and we'd be happy to have you. The next guy on the list, I believe, was Sam. Sam, you've been waiting patiently, right? It's got to be Sam and Sterl. I got to imagine, right? Yeah. Sam. All right. Sam and Sterl will rip you guys, and then hopefully Jay Wright. I think you've been around a while too, and DJ, and then hopefully I can do this in 20 minutes or less, and we're good, gang. What is the sleeper username?
It's going to be sglaze15.
It's Glaze15. Okay. How are we doing, man? All right.
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Oof. All right, we got a vet in here. I love it. I see a lot of teams. All right, gas me up. What are we diving into?
We're going to take a look at the Dynasty potatoes.
Dynasty potatoes.
Just the regular Dynasty potatoes one.
Cool. All right. Looks like we're back up on YouTube. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Had a little bit of a drop off there internet-wise. Appreciate you being patient. If you haven't already, join up on the Discord. Nice and easy. You can click the link in the description for a live roster review. We do them every Sunday. If you missed this Sunday, we will be going again next week. As a friendly reminder, I only got about 20 more minutes here. We've been going almost 2 hours. So going to go 20 more minutes here breaking down rosters. And then if you guys want a roster review next week, it'll be on Sundays. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and in the Discord. All right, Escalades here. We got Brick Hands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like we got a 12-team start 10. 1 PPR, 0.75 tight end premium. And yeah, where are these seconds at this year?
Oh, I think you're going to see the glaring issue with the squad right off the bat.
No worries.
Let's see. The seconds are, I have the 207.
Okay.
I have what will be the 209, it looks like, and then 302, 307,
Okay.
309.
Super flex or
And
no?
the fourths are the fourths. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
it's
at
really.
this
I feel like
team.
I lack hammers. It's a lot of middle of the road.
100%. Okay. I was hoping I'd get one of these teams because I want to dive in. Like you know me, I'm not gonna hold back. You play plenty of Dynasty. You're all good.
Yes,
you can take it. You're a big boy. This team's just doomed to be stuck in the middle. Honestly, I think here's your options, right? And you probably already know it. Your options are, if the league economy will allow, and you want to try to contend, you have Devontae Adams, which is solid, and I kind of missed him on your bench, so I feel good about that. But knowing that, actually, maybe we're not at a full tear down here. But,
oh yeah, because he was injured at the end of the season. That's why he's down there.
I was just gonna say, that actually is a huge piece for me to maybe change my opinion on this team a little bit. But I was gonna say, this team was either doomed to be stuck in the middle. Also, is this a start 2 tight end format?
No, only one tight end.
Okay, well then actually we got the modularity to get this done here. Okay, let's do this then. We're not at a full teardown, but here's where I'm at. Okay, Bucky's got to go. I think he's just if someone will give you fair value on him, I think he's just a clear tear down opportunity. If I can go from Bucky to Saquon and get a 2 and a 1 swap, I'm doing it. I just think that this is assuming you want to try to contend. Okay. If you're going to want to try to contend, I'm going to give you two routes here, and I'll try to make them quick because I am going to try to crank these. Okay. Your 2 routes are, you can go in and try to contend. If you want to try to contend, you're going to flip Bucky in a 2 and take Saquon in a 1, and know that you're going to get 2 to 3 good years out of Saquon. You're going to, replenish in the wide receiver room with the first and go for it. You're going to flip BTJ, even though you're selling low, to, someone that's willing to take on the risk, go BTJ in a third and see if you can get Pittman in another first and just, ride the wide receiver 2 numbers from Pittman the next 2 years. You're reloading with the first and trying to get a swing and maybe a hit on that one. You're keeping Devontae Adams. You're taking Rome in 2 of these thirds and you're flipping him for AJ Brown, and trying to get another 2 to 3 year production window out of him. You're rolling with Kenneth and Chase Brown. You're taking Krosky Merritt. If anyone will even give you anything for him, adding a third and a fourth and trying to go get DeAndre Swift or Derrick Henry or someone that'll just buy you a year or two. You're taking the 27 first and you're hoping that it's going to be a late one and you're going to contend because you've printed a couple other firsts with some of these other moves we've talked about, and you're going to go buy Daniel Jones straight up, and you're going to take Bryce Young and you're going to add, a second and a third here and maybe Jonathan Brooks, someone that's willing to hold the risk on him, and you're going to go swing on another veteran quarterback like a Dak or like a Jared Goff type or a Baker Mayfield whose value is a little bit depleted this offseason, and try to swing there. And then you're probably going to take Arondre Gadsden and tear off him and see if I can go down to AJ Barner and give Arondre Gadsden, this is a nice tight end premium, 0.75. I'm sure he's worth quite a bit, a Gadsden in a third, and give me, like AJ Barner, and maybe you're including him in the quarterback deal that we talked about, right? So maybe we target more Gadsden for Goff straight up, and now I'm Daniel Jones and Jared Goff, and I still have 3 running backs and a first, and now I've got AJ Brown, and I've got some guys in here, and I swung on another first, and I think that's very realistic. Like if you could pull all those things off league economy wise, like I said, I'm not a holding weight on Brandon Ayuk, so if you can get a third for him, use that other third in a sweetener deal and kind of just play that out. That's option number 1. Okay. And I think it's possible, if you make all the right moves. And sorry, I know I just whipped through that, but luckily, like I said, now you don't even have to cycle through the 2-hour live stream that's about to get that's about to get posted. You can go and
right
just
at the
rewatch
beginning
that
of the new one.
Yeah, right at the beginning. That's option 1. Option 2 is way more of a tear down, right? And you decide to go like deep tear down, and you tear off McBride and you roll with Gadsden, but you tear off McBride and you try to go for a wide receiver, like a cornerstone, like does McBride in a third get me JSN, or something, I don't know. Right. Or even does McBride get me McBride in a 2, get me Drake London in a 1, and then I'll roll with Gadsden. You got an extra 1. Boom. That's number 1. Right. Same thing with the BTJ thing. Like, I know it sounds like a serious drop down, but go Brian Thomas, and I would drop all the way down to a Wan'Dale Robinson and see how much more you can get on top of him, right? Like probably a sizable amount. Like give me BTJ in a 3, give me Wan'Dale in a 1, and now I'm swinging, or BTJ in a 2 and Wan'Dale in a 1-3, and take that, and then probably don't even want to hold the risk of Jaden Higgins. He got a nice little bump this offseason. I'm actually kind of a believer, but I'm a believer of maybe a 1-day wide receiver 2. I don't see the alpha upside in him. So, when you're kind of rebuilding, you don't even really want to hold those guys. So again, Jaden Higgins in a 2, just give me another 1, give me a 27-1, and see if I can re-roll next year and start to lean into the rebuild. And same thing, just small tear downs, Chase Brown in Chase Brown for a 27-1, a 27-1 and 3, and Ken Walker 27-1 and 3, and just start accumulating picks. Bryce Young in a second, see if you can get another 27-1 and just own that class. And I actually don't think either way is a bad option for you. I think it's just you play enough Dynasty, you're going to have to know your league economy to the amount of moves you can make here. And based off everything I just said, what's more realistic? You actually being able to put together a contending roster that you feel good about for the next 2 to 3 years here? Or is it more likely than not that you probably just want to eat a year, own a whole lot of that 27 class? Because realistically, it's probably one of the only times that I'll actually buy into the hype train of the class. You can either rebuild your whole roster in 1 year damn near if you execute these tier offs right and have 27 firsts to play with, or you corner that market, and because the hype train is going to go absolutely, belligerent on that class next year anyway, a 27-1 is equal to two 28-1s, right? And that means one 27-1 buys you Garrett Wilson in a second, and the next one buys you A.J. Brown in 2 seconds, and then you just rebuy everybody next offseason at a quarter of the price, right? That's your two options. So I'm going to kind of leave the ball in your court a little bit, Sam, to decide which one you're going to do, because you got enough dynasty prowess to probably make the right decision here. But do you have anything else specific on questions on which way you should lean there?
No, not really. It gives me some good stuff to think about. I mean, that's why I threw this one too. You're right. It's sort of a
Dude, it's a
on the precipice.
dead in the middle team, right? Like it's like there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with it, and I again am not like panicking on this team and being like it's terrible. We got to shed everybody, right? But I'm also like if we don't make a clear decision in one direction or the other soon, you're just going to get the same results. You know what I mean? So like
Yep.
either start shipping the picks, packaging young guys together, go get real production and go take some swings on some hammers. Cause like you said, that's what you're missing is the hammers. Because unfortunately just some of the swings you've taken didn't pan out, right? Like, I don't know if you just acquired Brandon Ayuk or if you had him, but he fell off. You probably swung on Roma Dunze. He didn't become the alpha we were hoping.
Yep.
Brian Thomas Jr. was a stud last year. Now he's fallen off a little bit. Like at one point you had Ibuka who you thought was an ultimate hammer, and now we're starting to see he's probably more of a wide receiver too, and I think you're kind of just like, and then you've probably been waiting on Kenneth Walker to explode, and he did, but outside the fantasy season, which didn't help you, right?
Yep.
So it's you kind of just like, again, like, yeah, you don't need me to gas you up. Like you've made good moves, like none of which I don't like. It's just, yeah, if you hold here, you're just holding forever, and you're going to be a 104 to 109 team, and I think it's on you to decide which one you want to be. If you want to go all in and leverage the future a little bit, which I don't have a problem with. Dynasty is about winning. You got to take swings. But if not, I think you have a really good chance with a 27 loaded class coming up here to go for it. So, yeah.
Sounds good to me. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Appreciate you always coming through and waiting. And sorry to speed through these last few ones, but I'll be back next week and you always know where to find me. So I appreciate the support,
Yes,
guys.
sir. All right. Good one.
You're the man. All right. Guys, the next one unequivocally was Sturl. He's been waiting the whole time. So Sturl, I'm gonna get you up here. And then I believe, let's see, I'll do that one. I'll invite you up. And then guys, I'm gonna try my hardest to whip through I think J Wright and DJ. And if I can get through those two, I'm sorry, Wild Wild West. I don't know how long you've been in here. I can't remember. But I'm going to absolutely try to get through the next two of you guys in about 10 minutes here. And then I do have to go. I'm so sorry. It's already 10:30 p.m. in Amsterdam, and you boys got to work tomorrow. So we're going to dive in. Sturl, what is the username, my man?
STIDWELL.
Stidwheel. I might have looked you up before. Let's take a look at it.
WELL.
WELL. You're right. Stidwell. Nice. I actually do remember you from last week, maybe.
Yes, sir. And Dynasty Nuts.
Dynasty Nuts. Right on. Love it. Okay.
And we
All
can
right.
go through this one quick. I think this is a startup that I did about 2 months ago, and I think I have a nice head start
Whew.
on some of my other league mates. So I just had a couple trade questions, and then, if you had any other ideas, but feel free to get mine done
No,
pretty
yeah.
quick. If you need to
Rip,
talk
rip.
fast, I can watch the YouTube
Yeah.
video.
Hell yeah. Rip me the trade questions real quick, and then I'll give you a quick overview, and we'll keep it rolling. I appreciate you.
So right now in this draft, I have the 102, 104, 106, 108.
Okay.
I'm pretty open to looking at anything for the 106 and 108. I figure the 102 might get me like a lemon or something I can plug in my
Mm-hmm.
flex spot, maybe get the Mendoza 104. This is only a start 9 super flex,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I know just watching your other video, like a Goff, I'd be open to getting like a Goff. What do you think I should do with like what you see to get a Goff? Or I know I've been
Yeah.
looking at the Terry McLaurin. I just got Devontae Adams this week, but try to see what I need for Terry McLaurin. And then I just reached out to the Brock Bowers and Tucker Kraft owner.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's kind of values Kraft around the 104, and then he'd want like a running back wide receiver plus for Bowers. But
Okay. Dude, you're cooking with this. I love it all. Here's what I'm giving you, all right? I love getting the Goff here. Let's go see what we have to add to Bryce Young to get to Jared Goff. If that's a, 27, 3, and 4, and those 2/3 from this year, and just throw a ton of draft picks at him, smash, go for it. If it's Bryce Young and Josh Downs in a 3, go for it. This is a start 9. Like you said, very shallow. Not worried about it. Same thing, you've got tight end depth. Does he need tight ends? Like, throw Bryce Young and Gunnar Helm, Bryce Young and Theo Johnson at him, and whatever. Let's start there. If it also has to be, like, what was your latest first again? Was it the
102 to 108.
102 to 108? Okay.
I have 4 in those range.
Yeah, I mean, even the 108, it's a little early, but like Bryce Young in the 108, does that get me, like, who has Jared Goff? Does that get me Jared Goff in a little kickback? Like I would take 2 seconds, but like what's 2 seconds worth of value here? Like, could I get a DeAndre Swift or a Travis Etienne or like somebody like that? Like who do you know who the Goff owner is?
Yeah, it's third to last one, the Cam Capo.
Let's see. I mean, honestly, man.
Yes, he has Dak too.
Okay, sounds funny. But give me, what are these seconds? Do you know where they are?
Yes, give me 1 second. What do you say? It was Cam Capo?
Yeah, Cam Capo.
207 and 211.
I want the 27 then. Okay. Give me Goff, a 27-second, and Rico Dowdle for Bryce Young in the 108. Let's start there. If you won't do it, throw in a 3rd or 4th on your side, and see if that'll sweeten it and get it done. Because I think Dowdle will sign somewhere here to where, like, could be a swing trade, and you might be able to flip him. I mean, if by some chance he'll give you Rachaad White included in that, and you can like add another 3rd in there, I'd do it, just because I both think like both these free agents are going to get a second chance this year, and they're good swing trade opportunities for you. So that's really where I'd start. Like, that's a decent place to go. Outside of that, man, like, pretty simple for me. I'm not taking Mendoza here. Like, I don't want Mendoza on this team. Like, I'd rather just like buy a vet. Like, even the Daniel Jones swing, like, dude, could we get Bryce Young for Daniel Jones straight up? Like, I'd just do that. I think you're getting production there, and you don't have to worry. If by some chance you could do Bryce Young in a 3 for Daniel Jones in a 27-2, so you get a 27-second back, I'd love that. Like, Bryce Young in 2 3s for a 27-2, like, I'd love that. I'm not attached to these 26 thirds at all. So that's the first place you start, maybe even before the Goff one. And then second, here I'm just gonna rip through the last bit because I want to try to squeeze one more if I can. But like, dude, this is a great format for the way you've set your team up. Like, I wouldn't even mess around. 1-2, 1-4. Either at the 1-2, take your choice of receiver. You want Lemon. At the 1-4, I'm probably taking Tyson, or I'm shipping this pick and taking Kraft, and then I'm like working on what do I do with Gadsden? Like, can I take Gadsden and package him together and get another running back here? Because like tight end premium, like, does Gadsden get me Travis Etienne either straight up, or like, what else do I have to add to get to a solid RB3? And then, like, you have like whatever, or I'm taking, 102, 104, and I'm swinging Tyson and Lemon. And I just like, those are my guys in this draft. So I'd take the 2, and whoever becomes the alpha, you get as a wide receiver 3. I hate Ricky Pearsall. No hate. Like, you already have Devontae Adams to play. I love it. Like, can I please take Pearsall in these 2 thirds and package him with Gadsden and go get me another hammer? Like, can I go get a Breece Hall? Can I go get a Judkins? Can I go get a Javonte Williams, even Cam Scadaboo? I would love Cam Scadaboo there. Like, that's my move, man.
Sorry to interrupt you, but some guy just posted Kyron and Scat on the trade block. Would either of those interest you?
Love them both. Like, literally love them both. If you could get like those guys on this team, I'd be beyond thrilled. So like Scat is my priority. I like him a little bit more, and I just think you have a longer runway. But like, yeah, man, absolute smash. Like, to be frank, I'd start just straight up with like, what does Gadsden get me? Because to be honest, I don't even really want to hold the risk. Like, I'd just be more comfortable using the liquidity I have to go buy Kraft or try Warren, or something like that. So I would do that. See, like, inquire right away about both these backs, and then if you got to tag me in the trade center and stuff like that, you know what to do. I'll be around.
Perfect. All right. Oh, wait, sorry. One more
Yeah.
little thing. I
No,
know
sure.
Mike Evans was in your most recent, like,
Mm-hmm.
buy the veteran.
Yeah.
I got an offer, Jalen McMillan for Mike Evans. Do you like that at all or no?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I like Jalen McMillan. In this format, he's probably never starting on a contending team. Like at the very best, he's like a bye week guy that you're gonna like plug into the flex. So
Mm.
I think like if he's willing to do that already, let's do a pick swap. Jalen McMillan and your 26th third. Give me Mike Evans in a 27 second. You get that done today. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't do it. If you got to go a 3 and a 4 to do that, I'm fine because the 27 class is so good that like that second's actually gonna be worth a decent amount. And then you get the year rental out of Mike Evans, and you just got to pick swap out of it. Okay, he reached out to you. I think you get that done.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Cool, man. Yeah, you too. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Very last one. I will go one more. Who has been waiting the longest? I'm so sorry. I think it's either DJ or J Wright. So you guys let me know. I'm pretty sure one of the two, and then I will do more this week. I have no mic. If you want to skip me, I understand. I mean, I don't mind, man. I can go quickly. So J Wright, what do you? I just can't remember who's been in here longer. It was Jay Wright. All right, DJ, I will get you first thing next week. All right, man. You know where to find me. Jay Wright, you posted it already. Let me go through here. Piero Geeman 69. Did I spell that right? I hope so. Yep, Wienerville and Buttville. All right, here we go. Let's rip through it. And sorry, Jay Wright, I'm gonna make it super quick. And then we are donezo. Sorry, guys. Appreciate you. Guys, first catching the live. How do we get on these roster reviews? Of course, guys, if you are watching over on YouTube and you are looking for a chance to get in on the roster reviews, they happen every single Sunday at the same time. Make sure you're in the Discord. It's totally free to join. There is a link to join on this live stream or on any of my videos out there. So go ahead and hop on in, and then you'll see a live event every Sunday that's posted in the announcements channel, as well as it'll appear on the left side of your Discord in general that says live roster reviews. Should be every Sunday at 2 p.m. or so Eastern time. Okay. And your team, Jay Wright, is which one? It is why can't I see? Love and Gun. Perfect. There you go. All right. So 14 teams, start 10, deep format, like it, half point PPR. Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, Ashton Genty, Devon Achane, man loaded. Wide receiver room is no good, unfortunately. AJ Barner, tight end, not bad. Those firsts are 101, 105, 201, 203. Damn, great haul of picks. Okay. Well, we're probably taking Jeremiah Love here. And outside of that, man, you're taking Jeremiah Love. Outside of that, you know exactly where I want to go with this team. It's a super flex league, I'm sure. But dude, why are we holding so much value at quarterback? Like, I mean, you've probably heard my spiel before, so I'll save you too much from it. But for the folks listening on YouTube, like, you're in a super flex, only 2 quarterbacks can score you points. You might have a great third quarterback, but I don't care because he can't score you points. So you're picking your top 2 out of Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, and Bo Nix. You pick your top 2. The third guy I want on this team is Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott, like Bryce Young. Like, I want somebody that can either hold me over or, at even better, because I honestly way prefer this method, screw the third quarterback, either get my handcuff and go trade for Mac Jones for pennies on the dollar, or just literally roll with 2. And if something bad happens to you, decide midseason, am I an actual contender? And if I am, I will pay up for Malik Willis. I will pay up for whatever, what it might be. And so you just got that deal done for Lamar. I see. He said he got 2 1s and 2 2s with Purdy for Lamar. And that's an incredible tear down. I suggest doing that to anybody who can make a deal like that happen. Do it today. Yeah, man, your only thing is, like I said, pick your top 2 quarterbacks that you want and address that wide receiver room. Like, if Alec Pierce is your wide receiver 3, great. Outside of that, I need hammers. I need hammers. I want AJ Brown's a good value buy here. So, maybe those 2 seconds, plus unfortunately, you don't really have many other wide receiver help, but those 2 seconds and whatnot could get you a receiver if you want to take a risk in the draft here. And yeah, you're saying you could get a top 3 receiver with the 105. I'm okay with it, but the real issue is you're lacking a hammer. So if you're going to do that, I need to be going to buy Devontae Adams or Terry McLaurin, because I need someone that's going to be a pseudo wide receiver 1 for me if I have any chance of contending. But my real thing would be, can I take Bo Nix can I take Bo Nix straight up, and how much more do I have to add to get to like Drake London or an actual like legitimate piece? So that's what I would do. Give me a true wide receiver hammer in there, and see what we can do. Same thing, like could I get anything on top of Tet for Bo Nix? I would do it, something like that. I would just explore bringing a real wide receiver hammer in on here. I'm personally not holding the risk of Marv. That's just me. I don't want to wait and see. So you might be selling really low on him. Maybe you get a little boost, but I would do that. Outside of that, dude, if you want to take a swing on one of the young wide receivers, the 1-5, I'm fine with it. But your running back room is set, and to be frank, it's totally up to you. I know you have a massive difference maker here by having Genty and Achane and Love, but I still just don't even think you need to hold all 3 super young running backs, but I'd hold Love and Genty. If you want to even tear off the risk of that Achane isn't what he was before without Mike McDaniel, I would be fine going either from Achane to JT and getting a sweetener, or if I could go from Achane to Scadaboo and throw in Marvin Harrison Jr. and get a hammer wide receiver, I would do it. Achane for Puka. I mean, if you can get that done, you do it today. I'd just do it straight up, to be honest, and I'll buy a third running back, like a Derrick Henry or something. So that's all the ways I would go with this team. But yeah, your issues here, man. I mean, you need wide receivers. I like Alec Pierce as your 3. I like you said, if you can get Devontae Adams with a 29 second as your 2, I love it. Let's just address who the number 1 is. And again, it's just cheaper to buy running back production than it is to hold the studs. So yeah, if I can go to Achane to Scadaboo and get a serious wide receiver kicked back in there somehow, I do it. And if you can't, and you just want to go 1 for 1 and then go buy Derrick Henry and buy DeAndre Swift or buy Javonte Williams or whatever else, I'm all here for it. But sorry, guys, we had to squeeze that last one in nice and quick. Thank you for waiting, Jay Wright. I see you in the Discord all the time. I'm sure I'll catch you on another one this offseason. Guys, if you are watching over on YouTube, we had a little dropout in the middle here, but we were back. Is this site new? It is. We do have a brand new website created by our awesome moderator, MJ Walsh. He has given us some incredible tools. Just as a quick flash for you guys, I'm going to roll out the whole release this week, but we've got player rankings on the website finally. As you can see here, you can see my rankings, Walsh's rankings, Mikey's rankings, so much coming and more. We've got awesome price exchange tools where you guys can see what real trades from our listener leagues with actual real fantasy players that are somewhat competitive, so that you can get a better gauge on player value here. I know it's hard to use these trade calculators out there, but this is a way where you can just be like, what are trades that are getting done in a small sample size of leagues? So I'm not pulling from a million taco leagues out there on Keep Trade Cut or, whatever else. You are just pulling from what are 10 good listener leagues. What are these guys traded for? And yes, you're not going to get as many trades, but you will get trades. You'll get trades in here that are real. So let's see if I can pick Garrett Wilson and see if he comes up. Well, there you go. You can see here a trade for Garrett Wilson that just happened February 17th was Garrett Wilson in 2 firsts and a second for Xavier Worthy, a third, a fourth, and a 26 first, which I believe was the 101. So there you go. So it's the 101 for Garrett Wilson, 2 27s. And this is a league where Walsh was hoarding running backs. So obviously the value went way up. And if you look down here, you got Garrett Wilson, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Jamar Chase, Jake Ferguson, Sean Tucker. You're actually getting real looks here. So we got some awesome tools rolling out for you guys. As you guys can see, we've even got the Decoder on there where you can pull up different leagues and all this stuff. So that's everything there. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Thank you so much for coming along for the stream today. Like I said, join the Discord totally for free, linked in the description here if you want to. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And guys, I appreciate the continued support here over at Dynasty Price Check. We are super, super blessed to have you guys, and we'll see you next week for a continuation of this awesome offseason. Take care and be safe out there.